I've received death threats over $20 and shut the door.
Now, y'all know y'all wrong for how y'all rush to judgment with Marvin Sapp, huh?
Welcome to another episode of the Telling on Myself podcast. I am your host, Kendrick, and today we are
Deep diving into the story of Mr. Marvin Sapp
and how all of y'all Negroes went crazy on him, talking about, man, he want that money. The video looked crazy. It sounded crazy because that's how the internet will do. The internet gonna make you look wild, man. He was recently on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, and he gave his explanation as to what happened.
That offering was taken last year. This was a service that happened last August. Number two, it didn't happen at my local church. It actually happened at a national organization's.
They took this last year, and it just started going viral last week. And he wasn't even at his church. Y'all was saying that he was locking his members in there like they was a part of some cult. This happened a whole year ago, and we going crazy. Anyway, let me go ahead and keep on going.
International meeting where churches from all over the country, all over the world came together for the purpose of celebrating the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. People took issue with me saying, shut the doors. Understand, I never said lock the doors.
Yeah.
I said shut the doors. Shutting doors mean that people still have the ability to go in and out.
Can we talk about people's comprehension skills? I heard him when he said shut the door the first time. Man, we be tripping. We'll take a person's words, we'll spin it out of context. We're going to go crazy with it.
They've taken issue with my tone. And I can honestly say, looking at the video, maybe I was a little more assertive than I should have been. And I can apologize for that. I could apologize for that. But three things I need to make sure that people understood. Number one, the $40,000, if it was $40,000 that was raised, was never given to me. That money was raised for the purpose of taking care of the budget for their conference, not Marvin Sapp. Number two, it didn't happen at my church. It happened in Baltimore. Number three, people take issue with me being firm with the ushers. Anybody that goes to church, ushers one-on-one, that's the first thing they teach you as being an usher, is that there are 3 times you don't walk. You don't walk during the altar call. You don't walk during prayer. You don't walk during the offering. One of the reasons being is because of the sacredness.
In the traditional black church, that was definitely a rule. That was just a thing. It was a thing that, you kind of was just taught growing up. Everybody knew. And as he mentioned, it's supposed to be a sacred time. The new church, they don't really understand that because they don't necessarily operate from like a traditional framework. And so, we wearing hats now. You know what I'm saying? We coming in with shorts and sleeves cut off on the shirts. We tatted, we in the fitteds. We not even taking the hats off during prayer time. That's this new generation. I understand a lot of people that subscribe into more of the kind of the modern church era, that it probably just sounds crazy to you. A lot of everything that he's saying is factual, especially coming from a black church in the South. Oh yeah, 1000%.
But it's also about security. As a pastor, we understand and we know that churches are being robbed at gunpoint. It's happening all over the country. This is not something I'm making up. This is factual. So if you got 5,000 people in a room, you want the doors closed. You don't want the doors locked. I couldn't get them locked anyway. It's a convention center. But the doors needed to be closed, and there was a lot of pandemonium stuff that was going on out there. But I wanted to share that first. But that ain't even the reason why I'm here. The reason why I'm here is because what has happened is people have taken clickbait and made something out of it that it isn't. And because of that, my church has been getting phone calls. People have called my church and cussed me out. My staff are afraid because I've received death threats over $20 and shut the door. People have come to our campus. They have come to my church to try to cause problems, issues, challenges. And again, my children, I don't look at comments. We used to talk about this. I don't read comments. When you got millions of followers, you ain't got time to be reading all the comments. You just don't have it.
Right.
My children do. And they are afraid. And the reason being is because I'm their only parent. I'm a widower. They're afraid for my safety. So now we've had to update and increase security and all the things I've never had to do before because of the vitriol and the anger that people have shown, the things that they've said.
Everybody was just reacting off of a clip that was just circulating on the internet. And it was chopped up on top of that. So you don't really have a context before or after. And the fact that everybody was just kind of riding off of like, oh, wow, this is like a recent thing. Oh, I can't believe this, how he's doing his church members and so on and so forth. To the point to where, this man is receiving death threats, like his family, his kids and stuff, like feeling unsafe. And then he just mentioned he's a widower. So he's the only parent his kids got. and Negroes is like full blown tripping. Come on, black people, we gotta do better, dog. Y'all do realize like other churches and denominations and stuff like take up a tithe, like an offering and stuff, right? Like black people ain't the only ones that do it. And I get the historical errors and like the prosperity gospels and things like that, but like, dog, you threatening this man's life?
In my thread and stuff, and all of this is because of a misunderstanding. And I'm not blaming people. Let me be clear. I'm not blaming anybody because of their misunderstanding. I'm just saying, in all you're getting, get an understanding. And if I'm sharing with you that the $40,000 that I was trying to raise, and again, I don't know if the organization got 40.
In all you're getting, get an understanding. Y'all over there worried about get back. Look, how about this? Let's try to get an understanding before we react. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's try to get an understanding before like jumping the gun and just responding to just a random clip on the internet that you have no context about what happened before, where they're at, what the setting is. Folks is looking crazy for nothing. We got big fish to fry.
10, 20, any of it. I don't know. I'm hoping that I actually raised more money so that I can help the organization that has been such a great support to me. These people,
and again, let's be clear. Not a dime of that money.
Not a dime of that money came to me. Not a dime of it.
And where did your money come from?
I've been blessed. I've been extremely blessed. I've sold millions of records. Millions. I'm a songwriter.
How much have you gotten paid from? And we on Radio Live.
Right.
How much have you gotten paid from your church? I'm just saying.
Okay, so
tell
see,
me
Ricky,
what you said during
I'm
the
gonna tell
commercial.
you. What people don't know is that I pastored 16 years in the city of Grand Rapids, Michigan. I founded my church. I pastored 16 years. We had a great church. Still have a great church there. 16 years of pastoring. I never got paid a dime. That's a fact. 16 years. You can call the church. You can ask them. I pastored the Lighthouse for Life Center Church in Grand Rapids, Michigan for free for 16 years. 9 years of those 16 years, I gave a minimum of $30,000 a month to my church. Wow. 30 grand a month to my church to ensure that the church could go forward. We had a lot of stuff. I had a college campus that we had bought. We had 3 other campuses, and my membership had dwindled after my wife had passed because I had to travel more in order to take care of me and my kids.
Right.
So, my membership, it dwindled, but we never lost anything. And as a matter of fact, this is factual. The day I announced the new pastor, I burned the mortgage of the church. When I left Grand Rapids, I left my church not only debt-free, but I left them with 6 figures in the bank and put a brand new pastor in and walked away and moved to Texas. I'm not walking around here trying to be a pimp.
Pastored the church for 16 years and never took a salary. And I mean, you can't deny he's definitely a multi-platinum recording artist. And so he definitely getting some of that guap from them songs. Never would have made it. Man, come on, man. Y'all over there tripping on Marvin Sapp and he sung Never Would Have Made It. I can't believe I was thinking about giving an opinion on a clip from just clickbait without knowing what it was all about. Man, shame on me almost. But shame on y'all for treating Marvin Sapp like that after he done sung and made all them hit songs. We be so quick to jump the gun, but we don't have none of that energy for other people. I ain't even gonna harp on all of that. Let me know what you think in the comments. Click that like button, subscribe button, and we'll be back for more next time. Peace.